Children, the word polygon comes from something, I'm not sure what it is, and it means something, and I'm not sure what that is either. I'm going to guess that it comes from the word poly and gon. I think gon means sides, and I think poly means many. So I think a polygon means something has many sides. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's what it is. Anyway, what's that? Yeah, well, whatever it is. Many sides is what we're going to go with here. Now, a couple things have to be true for things to be a polygon. Okay, this has to be true. First of all, it has to be made up of only straight lines. Okay, you can't have curves and be a polygon. A circle is not a polygon. It is a shape, but it's not a many-sided shape. And the second thing that has to be true is that it must be what we say, closed. And obviously closed means not open. Does that help? This is what it means by being closed. Okay? If you think of a shape, or if you have a shape like this, closed means that if there was a little bitty ant in that shape, inside of it, there's no way he could get out of it because all the sides are closed shut. If the shape looked like this, and there was a little hole there, okay, this shape here is not closed because, look at me, I'm an ant. I can get over here, I can get over here. Ah, freedom. Okay. This one here is a polygon, and this one here is not, simply because it's not closed. So it has to be a closed shape made up of straight lines, and mine are about as straight as you can possibly get right there. And for you guys, you need to know these different shapes. And you already know them, but why not? We've got shapes based on its sides, its name, and its picture. Just label these like this. First of all, a two-sided polygon would be called a something with two sides. Remember, it has to be straight lines and it has to be closed. A two-sided polygon would be, Peter, you can't have one, so that's the first start there. Okay. Now we can have a three-sided shape. We lovingly refer to the three-sided shapes, Kelvin, as triangles. And there are very, very many different ones of those. They can come in any shapes and sizes, but as long as they're straight lines and they have three sides, it's a triangle. That wasn't too bad. A four-sided shape. Careful with this one. A lot of people get this wrong because in the time you're just a little guy, this is what you always think of. A four-sided shape, DJ, is a It's not a square, it's not a rectangle. I mean, those are four-sided shapes, but when we talk about polygons, we talk about the word quad, meaning quadrilateral. Okay. And you always think of squares and rectangles, and yes, those are quadrilaterals, but any four-sided shape, and it can look, very goofy. I guess a kite, a four-sided shape. Those are all quadrilaterals. Five-sided shapes. Let's get a good color here. Not very good. Five-sided shape is a. Anybody out there? Em, what do you think? Are you looking in your book? You can look down here. Gary? Yep, a penta. P-E-N-T-A. Pentagon. Not quite as easy to draw, but it is what some shapes have. It's like a house. Actually, a house is one. You got your roof, your straight walls, and then your thing across here. Anything with five sides, though, would be a pentagon. It could look more like this if you want. A birdhouse kind of shape. Am I gonna run out of? Oh no, I guess we just do 6 and 8. A six-sided shape then, ladies and gentlemen, would be. Alexa? Yep, a hexagon. And generally we think of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. But any six-sided shape would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's a shoe. If you're really curious, a seven-sided shape, do you know what that is? 7 is a heptagon. So don't worry about that because the book doesn't ask you that. We're more concerned about the 8-sided shape, which is a octagon. And generally speaking, we think of the stop sign with our octagon. And that's not too bad to draw. You go 1, 2, 3, straight down, angle, angle, straight across. Probably a good way to draw an octagon is if you start off with a square and then cut the corners like this. Cut the corner, cut the corner, cut the corner, cut the corner, draw the sides. Oops, I missed this one, sorry. Stop. Now, if you ever see the word regular, and I suppose we should do this on a different piece of paper, because why would you know to look at polygons and find the word regular? In math, if you see the word regular, anybody? Anybody at all? Have we never talked to this? Have we never talked with the word regular? Interpedia regular?
All sides are equal.
Yep, all sides would be equal. Those are the shapes that usually we think about when we think of those terms. For example, a regular quadrilateral, that would be your square. All 4 sides are equal. You know, a regular pentagon, that would, you'd have to, it's a little tough for me to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but all of these sides would be the same length. A regular octagon we just talked about is a stop sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Because what the book will do, they will say this to you, and you have to use your 6th grade knowledge. They'll say a regular octagon has a perimeter of 40 inches. How long is each side? And you know, the first thing that you would do for that is, yes, draw the shape on your paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know that the perimeter is 40 inches. And you know it's regular, so that means every side has to be the same length. So if you have 8 sides and they're all the same length, and the perimeter means you added them all up to get 40, what number when you add it up 8 times will give you 40? Anybody, how long would each side have to be? Somebody out there? Calvin?
5 inches.
Exactly. 40 divided by 8. You're cutting 40 into 8 equal pieces, so each side would have to be 5. The book does that a lot. What about a regular square? How about this one? Have we done area? Do we do area?
Yeah.
Okay, a regular quadrilateral has an area of 64 inches. How long is a side? And again, first thing you do is draw your square. You know that its area equals 64, and then you have to think, well, how do I get area of something? Length times width. But you know those are both the same. So what number, Jacob, times itself would give you 64?
8.
Exactly. So you have to watch out. The book asks you many times to give that sort of stuff. Oh, look at there's the problem. Now, one more blank piece of paper.